Greetings everyone, and welcome to part 17 of Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV, A Realm Reborn. And in the previous episode, at the request of Uldal, we took care of a band of giants that had taken over the Copperbell mines, denying the city-state much-needed resources for the rebuilding efforts after the calamity 5 years ago. And afterwards, we cleared up a misunderstanding between a merchant, as we'll call him, and a refugee, which garnered the invitation to join a group that Papalimo, or not Papalimo, Papalimo and the pugilist. I'm having a brain freeze. Anyway, the two friends that have been popping up are from a group, and we got an invitation to join them. They are the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. We left off right after that cutscene, so let us continue. We need to go back to the Adventure Guild in Uldal, which is right here, and speak with Mamadi. If we are where I think we are, we'll have a couple of new features unlocked in the game, but let's first see what happens. Scenes like that are becoming ever more common, I'm afraid. Don't worry, though. If you work hard, you'll probably be alright. Saying that, if you ever find yourself in a spot of bother, come and see me. Just don't go pestering me every time you graze your knee, eh? Of course, I do enjoy hearing tell of a gentleman's woes with the womenfolk from time to time. Ah, Lightbringer. Sorry to keep you waiting. I was just providing guidance to a fresh-off-the-carriage adventurer. But gods, it is good to see you safe and well. To look at you, no one would ever guess you've been hard at it with giants in the dark. You're every ilm the adventurer Minoon said you'd be, Lightbringer. The station master will be overjoyed when he hears the news. Oh, before I forget, there is a lass here who wants a word with you. Didn't actually know your name, but hearing her description, I knew who she meant right away. Thank you for sparing the time. I realize you don't know me, but I've been longing to speak with you for a while now. My name is Ida. I'm an adventurer like you, though I'm not very good at being one, if truth be told. Anyway, I was adventuring with my friends in Gridania when... I'm sorry. We were in Gridania when the leader of our party was killed. His name was Avir, and he and I were to be wed in the spring. You may not remember him, but to say that he remembered you would be an understatement. He would sing your praises from dawn to dusk. He saw you for what you are, you see, an adventurer's adventurer. He swore that he would be like you one day. I believe that he would have succeeded had a fiend not robbed him of the chance. Since that day, I have thought long and hard about giving up adventuring. But when I think of the woman you are, of all that you've achieved, I find that I'm inspired, just as Avir once was. And so I decided to start again as an adventurer. I will go back to the village of my birth and begin my training anew. But I wanted to meet you first, to ask you your name. Lightbringer Kasmeer. I shall not forget. Thank you, Lightbringer. I pray that we meet again. Fare thee well. Adventuring can be a cruel, bleeding business. Time was, I didn't know why anyone would bother. When they first asked me to take charge of the guild here, I didn't want aught to do with you lot, though it'd be a right pain in the arse looking after you all. But against my better judgment, I decided to accept the post. And I'm full glad I did. I feel privileged to be part of your lives. And that goes double for yours, Lightbringer. Huh? What did you say? You want to know about the science of the seventh dawn? They're beginning to move in earnest, then. Listen, Lightbringer. The Scions ain't no ordinary folk, and the work they do ain't no ordinary work. I know full well how capable you are, but even you would think twice about attempting some of the stuff they do, knowing that, if you're still certain you want to get involved, I'll tell you what I can. So it seems joining this Scions group is going to take our adventuring to the next level, but also the dangers. Let's see. Scions of the Seventh Dawn. Mamadi is ready to tell you what she knows about the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. So you want to know more, then, do you? Well, ain't that a surprise? I swear, if I painted certain death on one door and limitless wealth on another, 9 out of 10 adventurers would go through the first, and the other bloke wouldn't be able to choose. On account of being Uldan, anyway. Don't say I didn't warn you. First of all, if you're wondering whether you can trust these Scions of the Seventh Dawn, you can. They're good people who've made it their mission to solve some of Eorzea's most pressing problems. Of course, that ain't no small task, and so they're always looking for dependable individuals to join them. Individuals like you, Lightbringer. Now, I've been given leave to tell you where to find the Scions, but you must promise to keep this information to yourself. As you can probably imagine, it's something Eorzea's enemies would very much like to know. The Scions are headquartered in Vesper Bay, out in western Thanalan. The place you're looking for is called the Wakened Sands. Give your name to whoever's at the entrance, and you'll be let in. You're a woman in demand at Lightbringer, and the days ahead promise to be busy, but I hope you won't forget about them as help make you into the adventurer you are. Drop in and tell them how you're faring from time to time. You hear? Right. Well, I said my piece. Off you go. So, Vesper Bay is in western Thanalan. And I have already unlocked the Chocoporter to get there. So, let's take a Chocoporter. And I have done some scouting beforehand, so you may not have all these places unlocked, but any settlement you go to, look for a Chocoporter and speak with them to unlock them. Anyway, again, this is Western Thanalan, and for the sake of brevity, we will most likely fast forward to the Waking Sand, to Vesper Bay, actually, not the Waking Sands. Okay, so this is Vesper Bay. There is no crystal here, but the Copperbell Mines was here, and we previously went to Horizon to attune to this crystal. On the far end, there is a tunnel that goes down to a, not an underground area, but a valley with a lot of water. You follow the road up to another tunnel that is just behind us, and you will come to Vesper Bay. And the Choco Keep here is right here. The other main feature of Vesper Bay is there is a ferry that you can take to get to Limsa Lomensa. So you can save a lot of money if you spare the Chocoporter, like I didn't, but speak to the attendant, and you can get to Limsa Lomensa for 80 gil, and it'll drop you off at the dock right by the Arcanist Guild. Anyway, there are a couple of quests that you would want to do before we get started to unlock a few things. And give me just a few moments just to figure out exactly where they are. But come here and speak with this person here. Okay, and both quests are with her. Or, yeah, I think it's her. If I had glamour and color your world. Oh dear, 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 this will never do. My sense of aesthetics simply won't allow it. How can you go dressed like that? My dear, if only you'd spare a thought for style and coordination. I hope your garb holds up during a scuffle, because there's little else going for it. That's it, I made up my mind. From this day forth, I'll take upon myself to save you from any more fashion disasters. Let me see. So much that needs to be addressed. Where to even begin? Be a dear and get me a drink. I'm feeling rather parched, and this is a matter best discussed over a glass of something cold. Just go to the angered Peasty and ask for Folsund. I'll have some blood orange juice, and tell her to make sure there's no pulp in it. Now, off you go. So this is if I had a glamour, and this will unlock the glamour system for us. And I don't think this is the location. Ah, there we go. Oh, Blank sent you, didn't she? That woman, I've never known anyone so lazy. Would it kill her to come and get it herself? Here you are. You shouldn't let her push you around, you know. Give her an ilm and she'll take a malm. So, how's the drink coming along? Oh, delicious. Nothing better on a hot day. Some say I have expensive taste, but life's too short to settle for second best. Of course, this extends to my choice of wardrobe, too. Now that I'm feeling refreshed, shall we get started? Do you know, dear, you'd look a lot less drab if you knew how to apply glamours. What's a glamour, you ask? Well, they use a glamour prism as a catalyst to project the image of one item onto another. It's just an illusion, mind, but very convincing. This means the original object stays essentially the same, it just takes on a new appearance, that's all. Remember, if you fancy a change, but you don't have to stick with the same glamour. Just apply another one on top, or use a glamour dispeller to return the object to normal. Why sacrifice style for such humdrum trifles as durability or protection from bodily harm? Limitless possibilities for self-expression are just a couple of glamours away. Go ahead, give it a try, and do make it quick, dear. For my sake, I'm finding your uninspired attire more and more offensive with each passing moment. Glamour dressers in the inn rooms are now available. You may use dressers to transform items into glamours and create ensembles for quick and easy use. Okay, so what that essentially did was that unlocked the Glamour system for us. And we can use glamours to either on an object specifically, and here it'll show us what items we can, and it'll use a glamour prism when we do. The other thing is we can insert gear items into the glamour dresser in the inn room, which we haven't seen yet. Each item will cost a glamour prism, but then you can mix and match for an entire outfit rather than just using that glamour prism for, one piece at a time. But the other quest we want to do is color your world, which will unlock the dyeing process. You there. Yes, you, the decisively unfashionable adventurer. Gods be good, never in my life have I seen such unapologetic focus on function at extreme cost to form. The mere sight of you makes my eyes bleed. As a lover of all things aesthetically pleasing, I cannot in good conscience allow you to continue roaming the realm in that sorry state. I believe your appearance can yet be salvaged through the use of color. I will teach you how to go about dyeing your outfit, but first I must have a drink. The heat has given me a vicious thirst, and I won't be able to talk for any length of time. Beer, dear, buy me a bottle of orange juice at the stall by the northern gates, would you? Once I have moistened my throat, we shall see to the business of remedying your appearance. Okay, so the merchant and mender here by the northern gate, he's not marked with a quest marker, but that's the guy you need to buy the orange juice from. Pray, have you bought the orange juice? Lest you have forgotten, the merchant who sells it can be found just inside the northern gates. Phew, that's a relief. Finally, I can teach you how to bring color into your life. Listen well. There are handy items called colorants, which allow folk to dye their outfits a variable rainbow of colors. These colorants are so simple to use, adventurers have no excuse to be fashion unconscious. Lest you worry that dyeing will affect your garment's precious properties, you may rest assured it will not. The practicality of you adventurers love so much will not suffer for a change in appearance, a change for the better. It should also gladden you to know that garments can be dyed repeatedly, so there is no fear of getting locked into one color. The garish pink that seems like such a wonderful idea after a dozen glasses of red can be undone. And that's all you need to know about dyeing gear. Now, what are you waiting for? Get out there and bring some color to your life. So, okay, so gear dyeing is now available. Now, not everything can be dyed. In order to dye something, you must be able to dye it, and the item must be dyeable. If you right-click on it, it'll say if it is dyeable. Like the helmet here, we can dye, but the coat we can't. And you notice there's a small dot in the upper right corner of the icon. They'll show you what can be dyed, what can't be dyed. You can also dye items that are in the glamour chest, but you need to have the dye on hand. But let's continue with the main story. Rexplo, speak with Tataru. Deep in the desert of my heart, a lonely flower blooms, yearning for the heavens above to quench my thirst for you. Trollolo, lo. Ah! I would thank you not to sneak up on me like that. Now, please be advised that this is private property. Unless you have business here, I must ask you to... Here at the behest of Yida and Papalimo? My sincerest apologies. May I please have your name? Lightbringer Kasmeer. Ah, here you are. Ahem. I bid you welcome to the Waking Sands, headquarters of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. My name is Tataru. I look forward to assisting you during your time with us. The Descendant is waiting in the Solar. I shall let her know to expect you. Okay, so once we've unlocked that, go down the stairs in the back here and right-click to go into the Waking Sands, which is its own instance. I take it you are Lightbringer Kasmeer. Tataru sent word that you had arrived. Lady Minphilia has eagerly awaited your coming. This way, if you please. Nope.
So you are the adventurer of whom I've heard so much. Well met, friend. My name is Minphilia, and I lead the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. I have awaited your coming. Please, be at ease. You are among friends here. No doubt you are ripe to burst with questions. But have patience. All will be revealed in time. First, let me begin by telling you who we are and what we do. We are the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, an order that transcends political boundaries. Our single objective is the preservation of the future of Eorzea. Among our gravest concerns are the godlike beings known as the Primals. Their existence is a bane upon Eorzea, nay, the world at large, and we have striven to find a lasting solution to the threat they pose. Our order is home to a number of individuals who, like you, possess a rare and special talent. This talent takes various forms, but one holds particular interest for us. Tell me, Have you ever experienced a sudden, inexplicable loss of consciousness? Have you ever had the sensation of being pulled away from reality? Felt as though you were hovering in space, a mind without a body? All these things are the manifestations of your talent. Yours is the power to transcend the boundaries of the soul, a power known as the Echo. The Echo allows you to pass through the walls of a man's soul and hear the resonations of his past. You will be there in his memories and see things as he saw them. You may even interact with that which you see, though you cannot change the outcome of events. For another blessing, the Echo will enable you to know a man's mind even if you cannot comprehend his words. In short, the Echo is a truly extraordinary power, and this power is strong within you. It is only a shame that we cannot use it whensoever we choose. That's right. I too possess the Echo. With that established, let us return to the subject of the Primals. So long as they exist, the realm cannot take so much as a single step towards true peace. Measures must be taken. Measures which transcend boundaries, be they of faction, race, language, or creed. And to do so, the Scions require the aid of those with our talent. Make no mistake, the Echo will be instrumental in dealing with the primal threat. Without it, we cannot hope to save the realm. I know not what it is you desire for yourself, nor what it was that first brought you to Eorzea. But I firmly believe that the power we possess was given to us for a purpose. Why else would the gods entrust man with a gift so extraordinary, if not to have him use it? And so I implore you, lend us your power.
Naturally, your aid will not go unrewarded. We are fortunate to have a number of influential allies, and at a word from me, they will gladly afford you certain privileges that might otherwise be denied you. The right to employ retainers, for example. Are you familiar with them? They are individuals who may be relied upon to manage your assets and belongings on your behalf. The papers you requested, my lady. Thank you, Tataru. The pleasure is mine, my lady. By way of a welcoming gift, I have taken the liberty of adding your name to the Retainers Registry. As of now, you are entitled to employ the services of a retainer. You will need to consult a retainer advocate regarding the particulars of this arrangement, but believe me when I say that retainers will prove invaluable to you in your adventuring endeavors. Let this gesture serve as evidence of our commitment to do all in our power to facilitate your personal objectives. In return, we ask that you aid us to your fullest extent of your talents. A mutually beneficial relationship, I am sure you will agree, and one which serves the greater good besides. Well, that was a veritable lecture, was it not? Forgive me, but it is important that all concerned are aware of what is expected of them. Now you know our purpose and what we can offer you. I invite you to consider joining us. When you have come to a decision, you may tell me without fear of censure. In good faith, I shall entrust you with our order's password, which our members use to reach one another when afield. It is Wild Rose. Please keep it safe. So, retainers of what we have been waiting on. That is a huge upgrade for us, as they can sell items on your behalf on the market. So remember that we signed up as a botanist. Now we can actually work as a botanist, and we can actually sell the goods that we acquired on the open market. Now, one thing I haven't done before is you can assign a class to a retainer, and they can go out on ventures. You do need some sort of token in order to do that. But the retainer cannot pass your level. I forget how many steps below you they're limited to. But say we can assign them to be either a lancer or a marauder, since those are the two combat classes that we have, and then we can go and explore missions, and then when they come back, they will bring us different items. Some may be worth a bit of gil, others may not be, or they might be ingredients for something. But we can have up to 2. The game will allow us to have extra, but you need to unlock them from Square Enix, whether you purchase an extra retainer ticket or by some other means. We Scions have but one objective: to safeguard the future of Eorzea. Among our gravest concerns are the godlike beings known as the Primals. Long have we striven to find a lasting solution to the threat they pose. I know not what is you desire for yourself, nor what it was you first brought you to Eorzea, but I firmly believe that the power we possess was given to us for a purpose. Pray, consider this when you give your answer. Give me your answer, Lightbringer. And we definitely want to be a part of this group. It will open up a lot for us in the game. Although I have never tried to not join. I don't know if that is even an option. A wild rose by any other name. Menphilia is waiting to hear whether or not you will pledge your support to the Scions of the Seventh Dawn.
I take it you will help us. Wonderful! I knew you wouldn't let us down. But come, I would introduce you to your friends in the Order. Tell me, does the name Sharlayan ring any bells? It used to be one of Eorzea's 6 city-states, and was situated in the northwest of Aldenard. The Sharlayans were the keepers of wisdom both old and new. Their mastery over magic and ether was unsurpassed, and even the Garleans knew to fear them. Among their number, there were a noble few who devoted their lives to safeguarding the future of Eorzea. When the realm began its descent into chaos, and their countrymen fled for the motherland, they alone chose to remain here. These noble men and women were called the Archons. Those same brave souls stand before you now.
And if you notice, they have a tattoo on their necks. I believe that is one of the marks. I might be wrong. The mark of the Archon.
The masked woman is Ida, and beside her is Papa Limo. The two are charged with surveying the Twelveswood.
Hello there.
Welcome. I had every confidence that you would agree to help us.
Me too. Okay, my turn to introduce someone. That there is Thancred.
He is our man here in Ul'dah, Jewel of the Desert.
Welcome to the team. If I may, the lovely maiden beside me is named Y'shtola. Limsa Lominsa has the pleasure of being under her care.
Greetings. Last but not least is Eorzea, who presides over all affairs within these halls. Pray seek him out whenever you have questions.
Dawn may banish even the darkest night. The words of a dear friend. I am glad of our meeting.
At the Battle of Carteneau, our leader was taken from us. But we did not stray from our purpose. We sought out Minfilia and others with her talent, and together established the Scions of the Seventh Dawn.
Along with the Archons, those blessed with the Echo play a pivotal role in our endeavor to forge a brighter tomorrow for the realm. Oh, I should also introduce you to Tataru, our clerk. She ensures that everything runs smoothly.
Pleased to make your acquaintance.
In time, I hope you will come to think of us as family. But without further ado, I would assign you your first task. Eorzea, have the documents arrived from the students of Baldesion?
Aye, my lady. They arrived but recently.
We have received a request for aid from the Immortal Flames. Thancred, would you do the honors?
It would be my pleasure. Some days ago, a crystal caravan registered to Amagina and Sons mineral concern was waylaid and divested of its cargo. But there is more. Within a bell of the robbery, several people were reported missing from the shantytown outside the city.
At a glance, one would assume the involvement of bandits, kidnappers, and coincidence. Such crimes are hardly uncommon, and the Immortal Flames deal with their like almost every day. However, this time we have reason to believe that a Primal is involved.
Aye. The evidence left behind implicates the Eorzea, who are known worshippers of Ifrit. If we then consider the objects that were taken, there is no room left for doubt. The crimes were committed in the name of a Primal.
That you may better understand the nature of our struggle with the Primals, I would have you play the leading role in this investigation. You have my thanks. If there is aught you wish to know, I recommend you speak with Thancred. He is well versed in the affairs of Ul'dah.
Ever at your service, fair lady.
So just to make a brief on what's going on here, why they think a Primal. I forget. Some of the commands from Guild Wars is not in this game. Anyway, from a Primal needs two things. They need crystals, which has a source of power that they're looking for, and they need devout, if not brainwashed, followers. With ample sources of the two, Primals can make their existence known. But I will not, that's why they think the Primal is involved, but I will not say more than that, because that would risk giving me spoilers. Ready to begin, are we? That's the spirit. So then, your mission is to investigate a crystal robbery and spat of abductions. Crimes which we believe to be connected. Assuming we are correct, it is like that any discoveries we make in relation to one will further our understanding of the other. Now, since the attack on the caravan, our friends at Amagina and Sons Mineral Concern have doubled security over all their shipments. In light of this, it is my judgment that the abductions should be our priority. According to our preliminary findings, the majority of the missing were last seen in the vicinity of Camp Drybone, so that would seem a fine place to begin. A fellow by the name of Isambard serves as the camp's de facto leader. Pay him a visit and see that he gives us his full cooperation. Okay. So as we progress with the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, we will eventually unlock chocobo riding, but that's not going to be for a few missions yet. So when they are not in the solar, you can find everybody else. So this is the entrance, and this is the way you're facing when you enter in. The solar is straight ahead between the two guards. To the left or the west, or actually to the left or the north, I should say, is the storage room, and Y'shtola is right outside it. But if you go inside, there is a bunch of people in here that you can speak with. And one that you'll meet late in a DLC later on. I will not say who. Urianger can also be found in this room from time to time. But I know that this was heavily story focused, but that's going to bring things to a close for today's episode. Thank you for watching. Next time around, we will do the level 25 Lancers quest, and we will also go about the business of setting up at least one of our retainers, because we do want to get them set up so we can start making money off of our botanist class, and also possibly get to the point where we could take up a crafting class in order to really get the guild flowing in here. But until then, thanks for watching and have a great day.